Hey, it's Carl again. Okay, so I just wanted to go ahead and say thanks for watching the videos. Also wanted to go ahead and hit up a particular question that I received on one of our videos asking from us to go ahead and cover the topic of negotiations. So Sue, this one's for you. Okay, so as far as negotiations are concerned, there's a couple things you need to understand about negotiations. All right, the first thing is, when it comes to negotiations, the number one truth is, okay, that all agents, okay, think that they're the best at negotiation. Think they're the best. Okay? That's one truth. There's really two truths about negotiation. Number one is all agents think that they're the best at negotiating, and that's why they charge so much money, and that's why they're so great, and this and that and the other. Okay? That's truth number one. Truth number two, okay, is that they seldom are. In fact, there's seldom any good ones, okay? And the reason why is because of a one word, and that is ego, okay? Ego, when it comes to negotiations, is the thing that will kill your deal, all right? So let's go over that, all right? Now, when we're talking about negotiations itself, okay, a couple fundamental things you need to understand. Number one, it's not your house. Not your house. And because it's not your house, you don't have any interest in this, okay? The whole key to a successful negotiation is having a disinterested third party. Now, because of our adversarial system, okay, the realty system is based on an adversarial system. It's similar to an attorney, okay, where we have a view that it's you versus them, okay? The problem is that if it's a you versus them, then they always sort of think that there's got to be a win or lose, all right? Now, when you're talking about negotiations, okay, it can't be a win or lose. Oh, sure, it can be. I mean, you can go out and just muscle somebody into something and all of that, but the chances are, does it stick, and then can you do it again, all right? If you have a reputation of being the guy who's always going out for the kill every single time, then you're not going to get very far because people not want to do business with you, all right? Now, what a more appropriate way to look at this for negotiations might be to say, okay, how can we solve this problem, all right? What is the problem? And this goes for any kind of negotiation, all right? So what's the problem? The negotiation could be over price. The negotiation could be over repairs. The negotiation could be over, closing dates, possession, okay? It could be over a lot of different things, all right? So you got to first establish what is the actual problem that needs to be solved. Unless you know specifically what the problem is, okay, then you're going to have a real tough time solving it, all right? Think of yourself as a natural problem solver, okay? The next step, all right, is once you've ID'd the number one, problem, right? Number two, identify potential solutions, okay? How can you solve this problem, all right? That can be solved a number of different ways. It can be solved with price, all right? A lower price on something. It can be in terms of concessions, i.e., pay some of my closing costs or prepaids. Trade, for example, if you want to go ahead and have them say, well, we like the house and we want you to repair something, but I'll tell you what, if you toss in a home warranty, we won't need to worry about it. So for example, like that would be a home warranty, okay? I've seen also people say, well, look, tell you what, if you toss in the washer and the dryer, then we'll just forget about it, we'll take care of it ourselves, right? So that is a trade of some sort, okay? Now, another way that you can solve problems, okay, is to ignore them, okay? Sometimes there's problems when you're talking about negotiations that it's easier just to ignore it, all right? Because in the grand scheme of things, you could lose a potential deal. So a perfect example would be on a scenario where you're competing, especially in Tucson right now. If you're in under $120,000, more often than not, you're competing. You're having multiple offers, highest and best, things of that nature going on. And so you're going to need to be able to compete. And the way to go ahead and compete with something like that is if there's repairs that need to be done, you can ignore the repairs, all right, and move on. Because if you ask for repairs to be done, then it's a high likelihood that your deal will get killed, okay? So that's the second thing is IDing potential solutions, all right? Third, see it from the other person's point of view. From other person's point of view. Okay? As hard as it is, you have to envision yourself in the seller or the buyer's shoes. Why are they making the statements that they're making? Why are they making the actions that they're making? And don't be quick to assume that the reason why they're doing it is just to screw you or screw your client, okay? You have to understand, why are they thinking that? And if you don't understand the reasons why they're doing that, okay, then ask. Hey, if you don't mind me asking, how did you come to that sales price? You know, what specifically caused you to believe that that was a good price? You know, something like that, okay? Find out from the other person what their point of view is, and that will help you go a long way to establish some sort of common ground, okay? The next thing, once you've identified potential solutions, once you've tried to see it from their point of view, now you go ahead and you provide a solution, right? Provide proposal. All right? Say, okay, well, look, here's the idea. I've got an idea. Why don't I, if I'm willing to do this, will you be willing to do that? Okay? And they say, well, no. Okay, give an alternative choice. You know, if I'm willing to, say, pay $1,000 towards your closing costs, okay, will you forget about the repairs? That's a simple one, okay? How about if I toss in paying off your credit card? And of course, you want to check with their lender. Paying off your credit card to up the sales price, okay, so you can qualify for a bigger house. You know, instead of getting that revolving credit, get into some sort of, you know, home loan that's a little bit better for them. If I offer to pay down some of your credit card, will that help? Okay. Maybe another one. Let me just give another example here. If I tell the seller, okay, I'm the buyer's agent, and I know that they're an older person and they need more time to move, if I agree to delay the closing, okay, to say, I don't know, 60 days as opposed to 30 days, will you come down on your price? Okay, for convenience sake, okay? Or better yet, if I'm willing to carry back some of the paper, the buyer, are you willing to pay more for that premium, right? Because sometimes people, it's very helpful to them because then they don't have to go ahead and go to a bank, okay? So there's a lot of different proposals that you can have, and it's really creative, you know, the different ways. I wish I could give you all the different ways that I've done deals and stuff like that, but to be quite honest with you, you need to be able to provide a proposal, all right? And that, give them multiple options, all right? You don't always have to make it just one option. You can make it multiple options. Say, okay, well, to solve this problem, we can do X, we can do Y, or we can do Z. Which would work better for you? Give them an alternative choice, okay? And then the last step, okay, of course, okay, go ahead and check with your broker and make sure that it's all done, but write it up, okay? Write it up. That's where you get paid, okay? Think of your job, okay, as a professional problem solver, okay? Whatever the negotiation is, whether it's regarding the price, whether it's regarding the condition or the terms, you can go ahead and negotiate all of these things if you follow these 5 steps, okay? Again, number 1, just go ahead and understand that you need to make sure that it's a win-win for everybody, okay? Identify the problem, see where they're coming from, propose a solution, and then write it up. So hopefully that's been of value to you. If it has, feel free to go ahead and like, rate, and subscribe down in the section below. We appreciate you stopping by, and we look forward to talking to you soon. Have a powerful selling day. Bye-bye.